I'll go ahead and answer your question. You were talking about, why
women are ran through and
so
not
I already
men.
gave the analogy with the key and the lock. I also told you about the, women have higher standards, men have less standards, but we can speak about it in so many ways. One of the simplest ways is to speak about what's easy is not respected, right? So it's easy for you to have sex with guys. It's easy for y'all to have sex. It's hard for men to have sex with girls. Some of you ladies think that it's easy for men to have sex, but it's still hard because you only looked at the end product of the guy. You look at a guy, you see he's 6'4", he got his money in line, he's doing something in his life, he got this status, or he has this confidence about him. You think that he was just made like that. No, he had to build himself like that. So it's not easy to be attractive to women, right? Because you are picky. So what's easy is not respected. So a woman that sleeps around is a whore. A man that sleeps around, well, the way we perceive it, he's not a whore. He's a whore maker, right? A man that can sleep around, obviously he's doing something right. He has something right about him because women's standards are high. When a woman sleeps around, she's doing everything wrong because her value, she's born with her value. So her job is to retain her value, right? The man has to earn his value. So when he earns his value, when he sleeps with a whole lot of women, he's expressing his value. Now, we're not saying that this is a morally right thing to do. They're both immoral. A woman sleeping around and a man sleeping around being promiscuous, both immoral, both wrong. But the way we perceive it, right? The way just we perceive it, it's like, she's ran through. The men is running through. Hey, if you're watching this right now, you're one of those guys, you're approaching a girl, you're always fumbling and getting rejected. You're probably thinking like, is it my confidence? Is it the way I conveyed myself? And it could be. But I know one of the things that most guys seem to always forget about is their skin. Having good skin makes a big difference in how the woman is going to view you. The first thing they see is your skin, man. So I recommend T.H. Hanley. That's our sponsorship for today. And I'm not just recommending this product because they're our sponsorship. I recommend this product because I actually use this product. I've used it before they even hit us up to do the sponsorship. Don't take my word for it. They have over 10,000 5-star reviews. I recommend that you start off with their level 1 system. They got all the basics. They have the daily wash, an exfoliating scrub, an AM moisturizer with SPF 20 and a PM moisturizer. So go ahead and get this product, man. The link is in the description. It's the first link in the description. And since they're sponsoring us, man, they are giving a 40% discount. Yes, 40% off. And then if you become a member, you get 20% discount for life. Lifetime 20% discount, bro. You can't beat that deal. Now I'm back to regular scheduled programming. It's like I can sleep with all of y'all today. I'll run through all of y'all. But, I mean, if it wouldn't be the other way around. Like, you don't have a penis to go inside someone. So we can even speak about the physical attributes to it as well. Like, if me and y'all have sex, I'm dominating y'all. You're not dominating me. You don't have anything that's penetrating inside of me, and I wouldn't allow that as a masculine man. You know what I'm saying? So even from the physical aspect, the other thing is, for a woman is the most ultimate form of submission. Like, there's many forms of submission, but spreading your legs and allowing someone to slide in between your soul gaps and smack it and flip it around is the most ultimate form of submission. It don't get no more submissive than that, right? You allow a nigga in the soul gaps, like, God damn, baby, he in there.
Flip around.
You think that every time a woman has sex,
you like them
showing submission though?
What you mean? It's the most ultimate form of submission.
Nah, I've been a top. That's what I'm saying, but like, I don't think that's
writing.
Yeah, it's too straight to know what that means.
You're getting drilled.
You're getting drilled. What you talking about?
Okay, you're
doesn't
getting
matter if you're on top,
when,
bottom, on the side, in the corner. Like, you're getting drilled.
You're getting drilled when. Nah, let's not even go into detail. But that's not even real for real.
Wait, what's not real?
What y'all saying?
I mean, everything I just said.
I don't think that every time that a woman gives up sex,
she loses value.
Equals submission, though. I don't think
it is submission because you're letting a guy inside of you. Dominating,
I don't understand how that equals that to y'all, but y'all can have it. I'm just saying.
You're submitting yourself.
You're submitting.
You're submitting your body to him.
Yeah.
That's not submission, though.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah, no.
So if I'm on top of my meg knees choking you, that
makes
submission?
me submissive.
Like,
No,
girl,
no.
I don't
I
think
said that makes you. It's just a submissive. It's
It's a small form. I'm physically,
Small
but I
or
will
big,
never.
you're still submitting your body.
I will never mentally submit to a man that I am just. I'm smashing. If I'm horny,
We're not
I just
talking
want to
about mental-
smash, and that's it. That's not me submitting. I just want to smash because I'm trying to get the edge off.
I think
No.
doing the dishes is a greater form of submission than sex. That's just me, though.
Yeah, it would come
I
from
meant
you when you
things
said that
differently
you
from
trying to
women, 'cause
expire
ain't no
yourself.
way.
Of course you was.
No,
The girl that says that she wants to be expired.
no, everyone expires.
Said that dishes is more submissive.
No, everyone expires. Everyone has an expiration date. I'm just saying I'm trying to run my cuteness before my cuteness expires and I get wrinkly. You feel me?
All right.
There's a big difference. Everyone expires, okay?
I feel like you guys are explaining it a little wrong. That's kind of triggering, and I think that's why we're coming off the way we are.
Wrong. Okay. How would you explain it?
No, because
submissive, though.
I could ride you,
That's
but
the
you can't
correct-
ride me
Let me
the
Google
way
the
I'm
word
taking
submissive.
over.
Bro,
type.
What the fuck is he talking about?
Because you can make a man
Listen.
nut just off doing what you got to do, and he didn't have to lift a finger. He did not have to
Submission-
lift a finger.
Listen, submission is yielding to a superior force or the will or authority of another person.
For sure.
They were so that's what that is. The
So
action.
if I used you, I'm
He
submitting.
had to get you.
No, I got him.
Exactly.
Amen.
If I come to you,
'Cause
if
I'm a
I
dog
come
to
to
you.
you because
Oh, 'cause
I
you
want
want
you.
Yeah, because you want
Yes.
it. You want it.
Ready
It doesn't
to
have to be to
conform
him.
to the
But if
authority
I
or
want
will of
it,
others.
But at the end
How?
of the day,
If I'm using you?
he wins regardless.
Put your mic
How?
closer.
Matter.
How though? How?
Because if he wants you, no, it's okay. If he wants you, and you allow it, well, he done got you.
Who said I want him
And-
though? That's the thing.
you're not-
Who said I want? If I just
we
want to be
talking
there.
about no. Listen, baby girl, we talking about submission. So
Yeah.
if we're saying submission, if you submit to the man, you want him. Women don't sleep with guys they are not attracted to. You only sleep with guys that you are attracted to. Stop. You all about to think, well, I'm not really attracted to him anymore. Yeah, but at the time you was attracted to him. Because I know how y'all think. Y'all go right to the past and y'all start to think about the trauma. Yeah, you was attracted to that nigga though at some point. You're not attracted to him now. So what I'm saying is, since you only have sex with guys that you like, therefore you built up emotional connections to him to a degree. Not saying that you're in love with him or all of this stuff, but you liked him to the point where you disqualified other guys that was hitting you up and you let this guy clap cheeks. So therefore you submitted to another man out of many other men, right? So with that being said, men, we don't operate like that. And even from the physical aspect, we are dominating you. We have something that goes inside of you. You are a nail. We are a hammer. It's totally different. Like, we got different tools, baby girl.
Okay, so let me give you an example. Men that pay for sex. How is that?
Those are simps. Y'all don't respect them. We don't respect them. God don't respect them. Their ancestors don't respect them. No one respects simps.
Okay.
That's a fact.
Okay.
I go harder on simps probably
But
than I do on...
is he being masculine or submissive? Which one?
He's not being submissive. He's just being a simp.
Yeah.
But it has to be either or though. Either or. Is he being masculine
the
or
form- the
is he
act
being
of
submissive?
The act of simping is pedestalizing a woman. So if we're saying that if you are pedestalizing a woman, bro, I would say it is not sex. He don't gotta be doing anything sexual. But pedestalizing a woman without the woman reciprocating, yeah, you're being submissive to that woman.
Okay.
But that's different. We're talking about sex being the most ultimate form of submission for a woman. Sex is not the most ultimate form of submission for a man. If we would say submissive, but I would use another word. But a man that is, willing to protect and provide for a woman and willing to take a bullet for a woman, I would say that would be comparable. That would be the equal opposite equivalent to a woman submitting. Because it's like, yo, you willing to put your life on this line for a woman that you love. Okay. This woman is spreading open her legs and allowing a man inside her, which women take on more risk when it comes to sex. Right? You take on a whole lot more risk when it comes to sex. You can get pregnant. Guess what? That man can just run off, but you got to take care of the baby. You know what I'm saying? So it's a multitude of things why it's more riskier for a woman to be promiscuous than a man to be promiscuous. Furthermore, if we just take away all the contraceptives and speak about it from, like thousands of years ago, regular nature, I can have sex with all of you and I would know who the baby is. It will be my baby if I have sex with all of you and you don't have sex with any other guys. But if you have sex with all three of us, well, we don't know who the baby is. So it's an immoral thing. It's like, well, god dang, you whore, who's the baby? But if I smash out, I know that's my kid. You get what I'm saying?
We know if it was his. Though.
Yeah.
We know if it was his. We know if it was his.
You don't probably know. We got the blue-eyed
I'm
white
just
guy.
saying, like, we know
Y'all
if it was
funny.
his.
Y'all funny.
That's
That was a good one.
was
That
good.
was actually funny. You're not funny, but
Yeah,
that was a good one.
I know
I
it was
get it.
Steve, but Usher there,
yeah, you'll know if it was Steve.
They
At
was
least-
looking a
but
little
you'll have to
paler than
pick
the
at us.
chocolate.
Yeah, like,
I don't
damn.
You're
know.
like, well, we know that it's not his, but it could be one of them. two.
Yeah.
Okay, got you. That makes sense.
That's stupid.
All right, ladies. Any other questions? No.
Nah.
All right, cool.
All right.
Let's get to dang, bro. So, y'all coming in with the super chat, still throwing in the
It's
20s
getting
and
my
stuff.
head like turning. I ain't even gonna lie.
Okay, let's see. Where we at? 10. All right, I gotta speed through these because we going too long.
Just scroll real fast and then
Okay,
stop.
she sends in $5. Tattoos on women is a huge red flag. Raise your hands if you think tattoos are a red flag. Raise your hands if you think of tattoos as a red flag. No? Okay. Raise your hands if you think of tattoos are a red flag. All right, cool. Next question.
He want to argue.
I know they want to
Nah, I'm
argue.
chilling.
We got so many super chats. We're going to argue in a second. Keep it in mind. We're going to argue in a second.
I will.
Yeah, keep it in mind.
2024. Get
We
over
got
it.
Myron Jones sends in $5. He says, y'all can abort children, right? Question. Is it okay for men to not pay child support for a child they don't want?
Yes.
Next.
Josie?
Next.
I mean, they don't pay it anyway. What does it matter? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess.
Okay.
What was it again? I'm sorry.
Okay,
Just so I can
y'all
get both
can
sides.
abort the baby.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
since y'all can
Is it-
abort,
Is it
No,
okay?
yeah.
is it
for, like,
okay for
that?
men not to pay child support?
If you don't want
that
the
he
kid.
didn't want?
If it was unwarranted, then yeah.
I was like, if he spoke to you highly of it, like, I don't want to have this kid, I don't want to have this kid, and you chose to have it on your own, then
That's
yeah,
on you.
yeah, no,
Okay.
then yeah, no.
Okay, same thing. Okay,
Yeah.
it's on the man. Yeah, it's just crazy that the laws don't follow that. They favor the woman. So meaning that women have the choice to not take responsibility for their actions,
Bro,
but
not
men, we
even
don't
in
have
all
that
50
choice.
States, that's hilarious in like less than half the states. But go off.
I mean, you could always travel to another state. We got Let 'em Have It sends in $5. Do women on the panel feel? Do the women on the panel feel as though they passed up on the man they should have married because they were not ready or not ready mentally for him? A good question. Do you think that you passed up on a man that you should have married, like in your past?
silence is loud.
No, maybe one of my exes, but yeah, it was a man.
Okay. What about you?
For me, I don't think so. Everything happens for a reason, so that's how I feel.
What about you?
For me, this is so sad. I met the man that I felt like I should have married, but then he passed away. So now I'm just out here, you know. But here we are.
Oh, that's tough.
Fair enough. What about you?
That's tough. Sorry.
No? You?
Possibly, but then no, maybe not. No.
What about you?
If I passed up on a man that I think I should
Yeah.
have married, I don't think so.
Yeah, and chat, usually it's going to be a no for this question. What I've discovered after interviewing, well over 500 women right now,
That's
probably,
crazy.
I don't know, it's a lot. It could be 1,000, something. I don't know.
Up there.
What I figured out is, men, we have genuine love for women. Like, we love them. Our exes, we not speaking bad about them. It's like, oh yeah, that's my ex. Like, I hope she's doing well. I love that chick, right? Like the love is like kind of forever almost. But when they break up a man, no, they hold that resentment forever. Like, nigga, I remember everything that you did to me. Like, they hold on to all the bad things. Guys are just like, she could even do him wrong, but it's like, Man, that was Katie, man. She had the cakes. I mean,
I'm crying.
Y'all be holding like to the past.
Katie with the cake.
It's like,
You might not like.
y'all don't be like, oh, that was Tyrone, like, daddy. Nah, you be like, Tyrone, all this thing, he put me through all of this.
And guys do the same thing.
No, we be like,
half and half, because you know
Yeah,
there
y'all
might be
speaking
that
on
one ex.
yourselves.
It's like, all right, he did me wrong, but damn, I low key miss some things. It depends on what they are, though. But
Fair
it's
enough.
Girl,
like
you missed that schlong. You missed that schlong.
it was the
I
best.
can tell you that.
You know how hard it is to find a man who can really be good in bed out here.
Oh my God.
Who can really put in the work? So it's like there's some men out there. I'm just like, I miss that about you. Everything else you trash, but praise the Lord, he blessed you.
I got so much stuff to say about that, but I know. Let's just get to the super chats. All right,
bro.
let's get it.
Super chats.
All right, and the combos get so good at the end where we could just.
Right.
I can have like a 5-hour podcast, but it's like he can't do it that long. Okay, fair enough. We got Yessie. Oh, girl, sends him $5. She says, "Everybody, what do you think about having the parents?" Mainly the father choosing a husband for their daughter.
We
so the question
that,
for the society. Yeah, we talked about this, Yessie, but thanks for the question. We got Myron Jones. Okay, who was the last person that sent in the $2?
It was the person that said like PDF. I can't say it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Did I get to it yet? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. No, I'm at Myron Jones. All right, bet. Okay, so we got Myron Jones. Shorty in the brown suit gonna get kicked out. Yeah, Shorty got kicked out. We got G. Rick sends in $2. Doctor or not, it's sexual. Plain and simple. That's a fact. I explained that to him. Holiday Tone sends in $5. Which would you rather have your daughter in a loving age gap relationship? A 15 years, 20 years, 35 years, or to do OF for a living. Brown, you don't respect men. Stop. What? Okay, so we're talking about an age gap in a relationship. So which would you rather have your daughter in a loving age gap relationship? Just a show of hands, who would choose an age gap 15 years?
That's like, the best.
Okay.
In my opinion.
15 years. What about 20 to 35 years?
That's giving pedo.
Okay. And then,
No, he was saying, would you rather have it like 15 years age gap as like 20 and 35-year-old together, or would you rather have it be an OF model?
Oh, that's the question.
Okay.
Oh, you heard that in the question.
I heard that
Dan,
in the
I've
question,
totally
yeah.
heard.
I was
Because
like, why do y'all keep talking about
I was thinking about the
Thank you,
years.
Steve.
I was thinking about the
Yeah,
years.
I thought it
definitely
was
got it
25
wrong.
years
Okay.
apart. I'm like,
So, yeah, which would you prefer? So, the age gap of
That's like two completely different things. What is
15
this is a
15 years, so it's
question, though.
age 20 to 35. Are you okay
I
with
like
that?
the age
I would
gap
rather.
question.
Like, so she's 20, but he's 35. Are you okay with that?
As someone that's been in an age gap
Okay, they
relationship,
fine
no.
with that.
Yeah,
I'd rather her be an OnlyFans model. Age gap relationships are real bad. I feel like that's more worse for your mental health than
Okay.
the repercussions of OnlyFans.
Who else would choose their daughter to have an OnlyFans than in that age gap relationship?
I'd rather do the age gap.
How many of y'all have ever been in an
You on
age
your
gap
own.
relationship, though, of like 20 years plus?
No, not that.
Especially as
11.
18, 19, 20 years old, because
That's
they're
just a
talking about a
combo we gotta get
20-year-old.
I was 18 and my
All right,
father
so-
was 28, and then I was 25 and my ex was 37. So
An age gap relationship between a man and a woman of that is, the 20 to 35 years old, that isn't a problem. It's actually like, I would say it's more of a good thing. The reason being is because women look for qualities in a man that it takes time to acquire. Like, it takes time for a man to acquire value so the woman can truly respect, admire, and submit to her man. So a guy that's 20 or 25 years old, well, he's more likely that's not going to be, has his career and stability and things going for him where it can give the woman a comfortable life. He still is working on himself as a man. You know what I'm saying? And it's okay to still be in that field in a relationship where the man is working on himself and the woman is. That's totally fine. That is beautiful if you can't maintain it. But modern day women, y'all don't really operate like that. Like, you want to wait at the finish line and pick the winners, meaning that you're looking for a man that already is accomplished and earn his value. So a 35-year-old guy dating a 20-year-old, well, she's more likely to submit, be compliant, respect, and admire that man because he's established. You get what I'm saying?
But let
So
me
she's
ask
gonna
this,
follow
though.
his lead. And the thing is, in a relationship, you want a leader. All women, show of hands, do you want a leader?
For
You
sure.
want a masculine man. So if you want a leader, which man would embody those characteristic traits? The older man would embody more leadership characteristic traits. So it's not a bad thing. I think that in society, the way you view it, you're looking at it as that older man would take advantage of the woman. Any man, the fact is, any man can take advantage of any woman, and any woman can take advantage of any man. It's all about choosing the right man. Age don't got anything to do with it when it comes to a man. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but like, A, what are you even looking for in a 20-year-old, as a 35-year-old man? And B, if you're an established, no, let me say my second point first. Because if you're a really like established, successful 35-year-old man, what are you looking for in a 20-year-old that's still in college, has no job, has no life, has not had her life established? So like, y'all have nothing in common.
Attraction isn't symmetrical. So what you look for in a man, you look for the man to embody all of these characteristic traits. You look for experience, right? Men, we look for inexperience. So you look for the man to be experienced because you look for a leadership. Well, how can a man lead you if he's not experienced? So you need him to go through some things to build up calluses on his hands. So if you're in a relationship with him, you can rely on him and know daddy got this because he done handled it before.
Nah, but that
is a fact.
PDF file of
no,
No,
the
you think
difference
about
is
grooming. It's not the same
It is
though.
the same.
No,
The difference
but
is
how
you're just viewing
explaining
it wrong.
It's just giving gross.
No,
What?
it's
Not
actually
gonna lie.
not. He's got a point. Okay, I like older men. I personally, I'm 26. I've dated even a man who's in his 40s at one point. I don't know what it is. I like someone who's mature. He's got the experiences. He's not in that mindset of, I'm young, I want to have fun, I want to do this, I want to do that. No. Plus, he also has kids, and I love that. I like that. Now, me personally, as a woman, I seek for that. Honestly, you might see that as pedophile. I see that as that he's my daddy.
Time out real quick. You like older men. Be honest. The things that you look for in a man, you explain your relationships on the last
Aren't you
podcast.
20 years old?
But me,
Yeah, she is. And you want older men. You want a guy that can hold you down, that got the bag.
I don't want an older man anymore.
You
I'm saying
do.
I've lived those experiences, and maybe
How old
every
was your
girl's
ex?
experience.
How old was your ex?
My ex, he actually was younger. My ex was like 24 or something, like 23, 24.
Still older. What about things before that?
Yeah, I never dated a man actually my age, but like older, like by 2 or 3 years is not 15-year age
Yeah,
gap.
I'm telling
It's a
you,
big difference.
the guys that you're attracted to, all the qualities that you want in a man, you explain the qualities that you want in a man. I'm telling you, all those qualities that you want in a man, the older guy will embody those characteristic
but I'm
traits,
just saying that,
not
like,
the younger man.
I've dated men well beyond your age, and honestly, low key, like they all be the same,
That's-
like whatever, and it just is what it is. But it's like,
understand.
Probably
No.
why you're traumatized and you think
Honestly,
it's
Look,
weird.
you gotta look. Honestly, I'm gonna keep it real. Olivia, look, I'm gonna keep it real. Like you're a stripper, so the kind of guys you're coming across aren't the same kind of guys that would attract a woman who doesn't strip. So you're not attracting the same kind of older men like Ashley would attract or like Kat would attract because you strip, and only certain type of guys go to strip clubs and take girls
Like
in strip clubs seriously.
Yeah.
but I don't
And-
meet
and
men
you
at
gotta-
strip clubs.
You gotta, you gotta
Yeah, but I mean, like, only certain guys is like this. Well, he's speaking facts. Only certain guys is actually gonna like wife up a stripper, and I'm saying that those guys that will wife up a stripper, generally, right? They don't have high value. Now, there's exceptions to the rule. You can say like Kanye West, he wifed up Amber Rose and stuff like that. Yeah, those were celebrities. There's always exceptions to the rule, but the exception doesn't make the rule, right? So most men that you encounter, well, if they are a man of value, they're gonna smash, but they just not gonna like wife you up and like commit to you. Most guys, but the guys that have lower value, well, guess what? They don't got any options, so they'll take what you can get. They can be like, oh, a little pretty girl. I don't care what she does. I'll take her.
So what's the difference between a girl that's 20 dating a 35-year-old from a girl that's 20 dating a 50-year-old? What's the difference? Or is it exactly the same?
I mean, bro,
Because
difference
if
is
you,
fine,
if
guys.
you do see, but if you do see a girl that's 20 years old dating a 50-year-old, what's your automatic thing?
Well,
She
it's
got
gonna
daddy
be-
issues.
well,
Right or wrong?
Amen on that too.
Well,
Right.
I mean,
Amen
no,
on that.
no,
It's a
because Leonardo
possibility.
DiCaprio is dating
It's
these younger chicks.
disgusting.
But he never goes past a certain age.
He don't go past 25.
Exactly.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
But
That's a good
So
thing. He's a smart man because he know that the more time a woman has on this planet to bag up baggage, to acquire more baggage, and to be programmed by her exes, her past boyfriends, her Instagram, and all of this other stuff. The more time she has to acquire that, the more likely she's not going to be able to submit and follow his lead.
But look at him now. Still not married.
He
Still
don't
not
wanna
in a
get-
steady
Doesn't matter.
relationship.
That's the thing. You asked me that question about like, oh, well, why aren't you married? Marriage is not a win for a guy in 2024. Like, generally speaking, men, we don't care about marriage, right? We care about a family and giving commitment, but like, we don't get excited for the ring. We don't get excited for walking down the aisle. That's what y'all get. Y'all get excited for the ceremony. Only thing we can say is cool is like, okay, we're locking it in and it's a family name and we're building a legacy and stuff like that. Those are all good things. We are saying that marriage is still a good thing, but it's not anything that it's like, if the man doesn't get married, it's an L. No, because we give out marriage. How is it an L for us if we get out marriage? It's like me saying to you, well, wait, you're a virgin? Why didn't you have sex? Well, that can't be an L. You hold the key to sex. I hold the key to marriage. If I'm not giving it up, it isn't an L. It's my key. You know what I'm saying? So you can't use the marriage thing to try to disqualify a guy and say that, oh, he can't really he's
Right.
not good in relationships because he's not married. No, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, if we're dating and I decide not to marry you, you holding that out, not me.
But he has
Exactly.
yet to settle down. He has yet to be with
Because
one woman.
He doesn't want to. He has so many women chasing
don't want
after him.
to.
Why should he settle down with one woman? He
And
can
that's
have
up
all.
to him completely. But back to what I was saying, what's the difference though? What's the difference between the age gap? What's the difference?
The 35 to 50?
Exactly.
It ain't really a different in that age gap. It's kind of like, okay, sometimes it takes more time for a man to acquire value. Like men don't really accomplish and acquire their value until like they're 40, 45 years old anyway.
So you'd be
a
okay,
50-year-old
like-
man would be more established and more able to provide the girl, the woman, a more comfortable life. The only thing that I would say is like, okay, he's getting older. He can still bust nuts to the day he dies and impregnate girls, but you know, a man's semen count does go down. His testosterone does go down, but he could take T. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's not really an L. We can see that there are negatives maybe, but the positives outweigh the cons for sure. The pros
Okay.
outweigh the cons for sure in that situation. That's what I would say. If y'all could think of some very
So would you
detrimental
allow
cons.
like your son or daughter to date somebody with that big of an age gap? Would you allow that?
Well, son dating a 50-year-old woman?
Hell no.
No, that's an L.
Hell no. She can't give him no
She can't give him
kids.
no-
She
Well, why not?
wrinkly.
What's the difference?
Well, that's a difference because
What's the difference?
women age like milk, men age like wine. A chick that's 35 or 50, man, she done 30, let's stick with 35. She done lost 80% of her eggs. It's a high risk pregnancy. It's a higher probability that the kids could come out with Down syndrome and all of these type of birth defects. So, no. Also, she had more experience. We're just not attracted to experience how you're attracted to experience. Like I was trying to tell her, we're attracted to inexperience. It's something that's so special, right? When a guy meets a girl and she never been to this place, right? And she goes, oh my gosh, wow, Cancun, I never been here. The water is so clear. I love it here. Oh, we're at this resort. Wow. But if she been to these beaches, if she's been in that nice car that bends, if she's been on that sitting in first class and she had all of these experiences, it's like, God dang, it ain't fun. Men want to be the superhero to your world, right?
Okay.
That's kind of like,
We want to be a first to everything.
we like that journey of being a first.
But
Put it
let's
like
say,
this real quick.
say it's your daughter though. All right, you're staying on the son. Say it's your daughter.
Well, oh yeah, no. Well,
But say it's a daughter.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
If my daughter is 20 years old and she meets a man that's 35 years old, and
Not
she
even
wanna,
50. Let's say it's 50.
let's just say hypothetically she meets a man and he's 50 years old, and because I'm gonna be I have a daughter, so I'm gonna be picking, you know, the man that she dates, and he happens to be 50 years old. Let's just say hypothetically, but he embodies all of these good characteristic traits.
Marry him.
Fine, marry him. But I mean, that's what it is.
That's you, though.
yeah,
Okay.
I mean, that's what I would say.
Cool.
Can you at
It's
least
all about when he
understand?
embodies the traits. But go ahead.
Can you at least understand though that in the way that there's like a very blurry line between just like a regular age gap relationship?
I don't
and
understand
grooming?
it.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't understand
Nope.
that? That's sad.
No,
They're both adults.
Especially if you have a daughter, then that's sad.
no.
It's not sad.
And you should like prepare yourself for the warnings.
Well, that's the thing. You're
Especially if
thinking
you're gonna
about
choose a man
you're thinking
for your
about the
daughter.
the grooming aspect. We know like I said before, if a man can take advantage of you, him being 20 years old and him being 50 years old, either way you could be taken advantage of, right? So it's not about the age when it comes to the man. It's about the characteristic traits that he embodies as a man, because it takes time for the man to acquire value. That's all I'm saying.
There was girls in high school with their boyfriends in high school getting taken advantage of.
Yeah, it's like at young ages, like, yeah, like that. I mean, if he's a crappy man, it don't matter what age.
Yeah.
Gonna get taken advantage of. So if you like that clip and you want to watch more, click right here. But if you want to watch the full episode, click right here.